What's up, Bama Insider Nation? Trey Kennedy back for another post-spring practice player update. Today we're going to be talking about linebacker Drew Sanders. Before we get into this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube page, guys, and go to BamaInsider.com to check out everything Alabama football. Sanders is originally from Denton, Texas, where he played at Ryan High School. Now listed on the roster at 6'5", 230 pounds, he is set for his sophomore year at the University of Alabama. As we look into his past, Drew was an all-around football stud in high school. He really played all over the field. He was known to be quarterback, wide receiver, played on defense, of course. He was running back at times, special teams. Drew Sanders did it all in high school. He was listed by Rivals.com as the number 5 outside linebacker in the country and the number 37 overall player. Drew was selected to play in the Under Armour All-America game, and he was named the 2018 Sports Day High School Utility Player of the Year after completing 8 of 9 passes for 4 touchdowns, rushing for 280 yards and 13 touchdowns, and making 119 tackles on defense, including 10 tackles for loss and 8 sacks. Not only that, he had 3 interceptions, 2 of which he returned all the way to the house. That was just his junior year. His senior year, he threw 5 more touchdown passes in just 8 attempts, rushed for 326 yards, 10 touchdowns on the ground, and caught 34 passes for 717 yards and 12 touchdowns. He finished with 48 rushing/receiving touchdowns in his career, while throwing for 10 touchdowns as well. He was a finalist for the 2019 Landry Player of the Year, which goes to the top high school football player in North Texas. Now, we had offers from all over. It was Oklahoma, LSU, Notre Dame, Oregon, and Penn State, ultimately deciding on Alabama. This past season, 2020, was Drew Sanders' freshman year. While he had a limited role, he started to develop himself a little bit on special teams, if nothing else. He was named the Special Teams Player of the Week on 2 occasions, at Tennessee and at Arkansas. He played in just 11 games, but did record 9 tackles and 4 solo tackles, a quarterback hurry, and did see time in the college football playoff and the college football national championship game against Ohio State. Drew Sanders is an aggressive player. He's a big guy and has a lot of speed, and is really starting to turn into a fan favorite. A lot of people wonder, when are we gonna see Drew Sanders? Well, as many of you know, this linebacker group is absolutely loaded right now. And while we have an idea of how this defense is going to line up, you can find that information at BamaInsider.com. Tony Sukal is releasing some of that in his 21 for 21, as well as Kyle and I detailing that on our YouTube page as well. There's a lot of linebackers vying for spots, and we're going to see a rotation. I think at times, obviously, you're going to have some primary starters, but Drew Sanders will get his opportunity, I think primarily at jack linebacker. He is listed on the depth chart as Will Anderson's backup. And while Anderson is going to get a whole lot of playing time, as they rotate these linebackers around, we could see Drew Sanders there and some other linebacker positions as well. I'm excited to see Drew Sanders this season, not just because of everything we've heard about him coming into the program, but what he's done since he's been here. Sanders has gained at least 25 to 30 pounds, all in muscle. He's been working diligently with Dr. Matt Ray and strength and conditioning coordinator David Ballou to get bigger and stronger, and you can see it. We saw it at spring practice. We saw it at A-Day. Drew Sanders is massive, and he's still got all the speed in the world. As we look at his scouting report here, the first point I highlight is big boy speed. You see it here on the huddle tape, and you can see it in practice as well. Drew Sanders is very fast and has a lot of open field speed, busts away from defenders when he was a receiver in high school, and uses that speed to catch up to plays on defense now in college and on special teams as well. Second point kind of goes hand in hand. He has hawk down mentality. This is one of the most aggressive players we've had the chance to detail in this series. This dude loves the game and is very, very aggressive and mentally zoned in each time out. As you look at the huddle tape, you'll see him hawk down so many guys in open field. There's a lot of plays that could have been big, but Sanders with his size, athleticism, and speed catches up to the play and breaks it down before he can really get busted open. The third point I highlight, his exceptional versatility. A lot of things makes a player right to play at Alabama, but you see a lot of the guys that enter the program have versatility. Drew Sanders exemplifies that to the max. This dude can play on special teams. You could put him on offense if you had to, and you can play him in several different spots on defense, really maximizing his chance to get playing time in 2021. The last point I want to highlight, Drew Sanders packs a punch. This dude tackles hard. He is very aggressive and doesn't give the guy on offense any kind of chance to escape the tackle. Drew Sanders is a classic hard-nosed football player and uses his body and force to really drive home whoever he's trying to take down on offense. Drew Sanders is a fun player who really loves the game of football and is waiting for his chance in 2021, and I think in one way or another we'll see it on special teams and on defense as well. For more information on Sanders, the rest of these second-year players, and all things Alabama Crimson Tide, visit the rest of our YouTube page and check out BamaInsider.com to find articles from Tony Tsoukalis and recruiting expert Andrew Bone. For BamaInsider.com, my name is Trey Yanity. This has been a post-spring player update on linebacker Drew Sanders.